are due tomorrow by 3 o'clock, as well as the work from this week. So hopefully you have the book work done. You have time tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is supposed to be a full school day. So you do have time tomorrow to work on your resume. If you finish your homework tonight, it's not due until tomorrow, but you are more than welcome to turn it in today. You don't have to wait until tomorrow to. Also tomorrow, just in case I forget at the end of the period, for your attendance, there's a short survey that is coming out, basically kind of asking what you're hoping to get out of the class, what you want to spend the most time on, or what you care to learn about, what you're not interested in, and that's mostly it. So it's 3 questions, all multiple choice. So look for that tomorrow. It should pop up at 8 a.m., but it's due by noon. All right. So any questions on any of the homework from the book? All right. So today in Google Classroom, let me see if I have yours opened. I do not. Let me go to Classroom. So we are doing some examples. And then no Zoom classes tomorrow. That's why you have that attendance, that survey for your attendance question tomorrow. But Fridays, I was reminded, are supposed to be a full school day. So you're supposed to have stuff to work on Fridays. That's why your resume is due tomorrow. So you have tonight's homework and then your resume due tomorrow at 3 o'clock that you can work on during the day if it's not completely updated. All right. So here you can see, so we're doing some examples and then the computing pay worksheet. So this first one of these, this one is the examples. If you want to print it, you can. You do not have to print anything in this class. You can always just write it out. So there are the examples I'm going to be working from. And then this is your homework tonight. The other one, this might be the wrong file actually. Let me update. Let me check it real quick. Yep, this is the wrong one. Do not open that one. Let me change it for the right one. I had to rename it. Let me just delete that real quick. If you go to classwork here, hopefully it's the right one here. So this is the right homework problems for tonight. It's a Google Doc in case you are doing it electronically. You can print this and write on it. You can copy and paste it into your Google Doc for the week, but you need to show your work. Even if it's simple, like 1 + 1 = 2, show me the steps just so I see that you know what you are doing. But that's your homework. Just kind of there. I will re-add it to the mainstream in a few minutes. And then last thing, before I forget, it's not until next week on Thursday, but next week on Thursday, if you need to set a reminder on your phone, there will be a few reminders coming in Google Classroom. We are starting class at 12:30 that day for a guest speaker, and it should be about an hour. So again, most days will be 1 o'clock. Next Thursday, we are starting at 12:30 for a guest speaker. So again, if you want to set a reminder on your phone for next Thursday at 12:25 saying you have class in 5 minutes, whatever you need to do to make sure you are there on time. And I have, like I said, a few reminders set up already. Okay. So this is what we are going to be doing today. If you have a calculator, get it out. Again, if you're using the calculator on your phone, that's fine. I only have my graphing calculator here or my phone, but a regular TI-30 calculator is usually what is recommended. So I'll give you a second if you need to print this or open it to follow along. So let's just So we'll do these ones, and then your homework is very similar. It just has more questions. Maybe I haven't done it yet. And some of you, if you're good at math and math is easy for you, this might be something that's easy for you and is not going to take you very long. You can probably, while I'm going through it, also work on your homework at the same time. If you struggle, I'm going to go slowly in case you do struggle with math. I know some of you in here hate math and some of you enjoy it. So we're kind of all over the place. But Cheryl worked 32 hours last week. Her hourly rate is $12.19. What did she earn last week? So for this problem, you just want to do 32 hours times the $12.19 per hour. So 32 times $12.19, yes, is $390.08. Of course, this doesn't account for any taxes or deductions, which we'll look at later on, but that's how much she made. All right, number 2, Ari's salary is $2,600 per month. What is her yearly salary? So if she makes $2,600 per month and we want her yearly salary, we have to think how many months are in a year. Yeah, so if you don't have a printer, you can just do this in your notebook. Just title it with this and then kind of the numbers, and that's totally fine.
Miss Rice.
Yep.
So I opened the document. I'm noticing like the names are
they different? I may have posted the wrong one, and if I did, I apologize. So we'll, let me see.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
My mic cut off.
Yeah, the names are different on the other one. This is the one that's the examples.
Oh, okay.
So it's very similar, different names, different numbers.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so $2,600 per month. We want to know how much she makes per year. So we're actually going to multiply by 12 here, not divide. So 12 times $2,600 is $31,200. All right. Number 3, Julie's monthly salary is $1,800. Her monthly job hours are 150. What is her hourly rate of pay? So in this one, it tells you this is how much she makes a month, and this is how many hours she works. We want to know how much she makes per hour, so we're going to do division. $1,800 divided by 150. Yes, Forrest. Which is $12 per hour. Number 4 is kind of implying something here. So it says Mackenzie's full-time job pays her $1,900 a week. What is her hourly rate? So if it's, we know this is per week and it's full-time, what's implied here that's not kind of written is full-time is usually 40 hours per week. So that's what's considered full-time work in the US. So here we would do 1900 divided by those 40 hours she works each week. So I want to point out right here, this says 47.5. If you go like this and write 47.5, I'm going to mark it wrong. When you're talking about money, you have to use either 2 decimal places or none if it's a whole dollar amount. So this is 47.50 per hour. Again, make sure you put the 0 after the 5. Thank you, Bunny, for helping. All right, number 5, Jack grosses $59,000 a year. What is his gross weekly wage? We'll talk more about gross income in a later chapter, but that's basically just means before taxes. Right. So $59,000 a year, we want to know per week. So you have to know how many weeks are in a year in order to do this problem. So here, there's 52 weeks per year. So we want to divide this 59,000 by 52. So 59,000 divided by 52. And we can see this is approximately $1,134. And again, money, you always want to use 2 decimal places. So the second one is a 1. After that is a 5. So remember your rounding rules, which means we have to round this up to 62 cents. So Jack makes $1,134.62 per week, approximately. Any questions so far?
Okay. Now, can you go a little slower?
Yep.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm still working it out.
This math is hella easy.
All right. Number 6. Will someone ask a question? Sorry, I didn't hear what was said. Christy gets paid 8 cents for every piece of trash she picks up. In 1 week, she picked up 9,347 pieces of trash. What is her wage? So 8 cents. 1 second, and I'll do that. You can either leave this as just 8 and then multiply. Just know that your answer is then in cents. And so it gets a little bit tricky. I would recommend writing the 8 cents as 0.08. And then you want to multiply by the 9,347. So every piece of trash was for 8 cents, and you're going to multiply those two.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19.
After 15, 16, 17.
17. Oh, I didn't know that.
So 0.08 times 9,347 is $747.76. All right, any questions on 1 through 6 before we move on in just a minute to the other two?
No.
Thank you. So these next two are computing pay if you work for you, for yourself. If basically if you're an entrepreneur. So how much money you make depends on how profitable your business is. So you need to be able to compute profit, which is what in the notes yesterday, there was that formula, that equation, which is this one. So profit is equal to the income or revenues minus the expenses or the costs. So income can be calculated typically quantity sold by multiplied by the price per unit. Expenses may be fixed, things that don't change during the month, like rent. And variable expenses can be depending on how much you sell, raw materials needed to produce goods or services, things that are changing. All right, so here on number 1, Michael set up a lemonade stand on Sunday. He sold 150 glasses of lemonade. The price was 75 cents each. His costs were $30. How much profit did Michael make on Sunday? So again, we're using this equation. We want to know the profit. We need to figure out the income, how much money he brought in. So for his income, the quantity sold times the price per unit. 150 glasses of lemonade times the 75 cents each. $150 times 0.75. Hey. So $112.50. Again, make sure you put that 0. That was the income, not the profit. So his costs were $30 for whatever he needed to buy. Sugar, lemonade, cups, ice, whatever his expenses or costs were $30. So for his profit, it's that $112.50 minus the $30. So $82.50 was Michael's profit on that Sunday. And last one here. Yes, you will turn this in. I'll go over that in just a couple minutes. Last problem. So Michael set up a lemonade stand. I don't know why lemonade stand is capitalized. Sorry, for 5 hours on Sunday. He sold lemonade for $2.50 each. He rented a table. I apologize again for the day, costing him $8 an hour. He spent $19 on lemons and water and $13 on cups. If he sold 300 glasses, how much profit did he make? All right, so a lot more going on in this problem. We first need to figure out the income. Remember, profit is the income minus the expenses. So his income, how much money did he bring in from selling this lemonade? So they were $2.50 each, and he sold 300 glasses. So 300 times $2.50. So his income was $750. Hi, we're almost done. And then his expenses, how much money did he have to spend ahead of time? So he rented a table for the day, costing him $8 an hour. And it was for 5 hours that he sold it or borrowed it. So $8 per hour times the 5 hours. So this right here is for the table. Plus $19 for lemons and water. Plus $13 on cups. So 8 times 5 is 40. Multiply or added to the 19 and 13. So his expenses were $72. So for profit then, remember income minus expenses, the money he brought in minus the money he put out. And oftentimes your expenses you have to pay for ahead of time. So it's money coming out of your pocket before you can pay yourself back. So 750 minus 72 is $678. Questions on those ones?
No.
Okay, so let me go back real quick. So that's it on the classwork part for today. So I did update the correct homework here. Here it's a PDF. If you go to where your homework is due, it is a doc so that you can type on it that way. If you're doing it electronically, make a copy or copy and paste it into your doc. So you're only submitting one doc for the week or slides or a PDF, but only one file. So the work needs to be listed or turned in this order listed. So your 1 notes, 1 through 19, 1 2 notes, 1 through 21, 1 3 notes, 1 through 18. These notes we just took, these examples, and then the worksheet. So it's kind of like 8 pieces: notes, questions, notes, questions, notes, questions, notes, worksheet. So they should be in that order when you turn it in. These are due again tomorrow by 3 p.m. Your resume is also due tomorrow by 3 p.m.